Hello, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the stream. So today is a Wednesday. Let's do our analysis of the day, and we shall see from there. So the daily is bullish. Gold has been pushing bullish since last week. So let's see. On this session, we have the H4 candle that closed above these wicks, so which gives a bullish momentum. I was expecting to have a much higher volume probably on gold, but maybe some sort of retracement is due. So let's see. We can see that we broke above these zones and wicks. Let's see what these wicks are in the lower time frame. And yeah, from here we have created a support, and then the bullish momentum continued. So from here we have this, and I guess below this area is a better sell. As you can see, I took a buy here at this candle open. So this was a nice trade. I secured 50 pips. So I guess I'm done for today trading, but we'll see. If you missed this move, I guess after a retracement support, we may have another run. There is so much bullish volume on gold recently. So let's see. So what's going on with my magic keys? My magic key gave me something bad today. I think it closed 20%. Close custom 25%. Holy, that's what happened. So I closed custom, it closed 25%. I wanted it to close 90%. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Straight retracement, 100 pip move. Amazing. Exactly how I anticipated. So this week only took 2 trade. Yesterday very small lot size. I saw a setup I have seen before and I tried a very small lot size on it. Yeah, I think a support here we can go back up, maybe higher. This was great. Breakout above these wicks, we pushed up. Amazing. Let's listen to some risk management lesson.
Going to be what sort of risk management are you going to apply to your trading? This is the key. This is what going to differentiate between winning long term and losing short term, right? This is really important. Now, what works best for me is to identify that, okay, if I'm going to use, let's say, 1% risk per trade or 2% risk per day or even 1% risk per day, that's all what I'm going to focus on. That's it. I'm not going to focus on 5% or 10%, especially when you have a $500 account or if you have a $1,000 account.
Oh, we have news soon. Haven't watched the news. Let's see. Oh, maybe that's why price didn't move yet.
They're going to deposit $500.
Mr. Aaron, how are you?
They're going to say, okay, you know what? We're going to flip this account from 1,000 to 5,000 in a month.
Yeah, we have job opening at 10 a.m. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. We got the setup at 9 before
doesn't make any sense. It's just $10.
9:30.
Right? But no, you're
okay,
wrong, because
good.
What happens is the risk
we may have
that
the
you're gonna
same scenario
deploy
tomorrow
your
as well.
plan, that's
Set
gonna
up at
create
9
the
a.m.
trader that you are. Because
Tomorrow,
if you're
do we
gonna
have any
focus on 1%
news?
per
Yeah,
day,
we have news
it's
tomorrow
gonna
again.
create this habit in you to only focus on 1% per trade per day. Because look at it this way, right? You deposit $1,000, you focus on 1% for 2 to 3 months. You grind out the 1%. You keep on grinding the 1%, and by the end of third month, your confidence is at a level where you really tell yourself, okay, you know what, Joe Trader, you've been doing 1% for 3 months. Maybe it's time to deposit more money because you're confident, you're disciplined, you're consistent with 1%. So if you deposit more money, now when you have 5,000 or you have 10,000, your 1% goes from $10 to $100, right? But it only takes time. You can't expect to get to that level in a week or in a month or in 2 months. It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who've tried this. I've tried it in the beginning. In the beginning, I grew $700 to $5,500 in a week and a half. You know, and I was ecstatic. I was like, oh, wow. Have you had that feeling when you do that? When you grow a small account to multiple thousands and you're like, man, this is easy. I'm just printing money at this point, right? You tell your friends about it, tell your mom and dad about it. You're like, hey, mom and dad, you know, we're gonna be rich. Hey, Joe, buddy, I have a money printer on my computer. I have a money printer on my phone. But that high lasts for a very short amount of time, because after I grew my account from 700 to 5,500, I brought that account back down to 600 in a day, because I haven't built consistency, I haven't built discipline around my risk. So it's very important as a new trader for you to identify what risk are you going to use on your account. Are you going to use, I would suggest, like, my favorite way of using risk is only using 1 to 2% risk. That's it, because I know if I can lose 1% today, I can make 1% tomorrow. And if I can make 1% tomorrow, I can also lose 1% the next day, but have another strategy where I know how am I going to lose less than what I'm planning on losing. Because if I'm going to focus on losing 1%, there are risk management strategies that's going to make me lose less than 1%. Because the idea is not to take the full loss. The idea is to take partial loss, knowing you're going to lose the trade, and that's how you're going to keep your losses small and your winners big. Right? So risk management, very important. You have to write down what risk management techniques are you going to deploy towards your trading plan. The fifth and the most important is your trade management. Now, a lot of people, they have a lot of problems with trade management. The biggest problem is that fear of execution. The second problem is having FOMO when you close the trade and you see the trade run in 100 pip profits and 200 pip profits, and you shoulda, woulda, coulda let the trade run. You know, these things happen a lot. So fear of execution comes from lack of confidence and lack of discipline. That's all there's to it, right? Once you control your confidence, which is controlled by focusing on, diligently by the way, focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day, your confidence is going to come to a level where you're not going to be afraid of executing on a trade. The next one was when you're trying to execute and you do execute the trade, you let the trade run, and then you close the trade in, let's say, 5 pip profits or 10 pip profits, and then later on you see that the prices just keep on going. You know, so at that point, what I do, my favorite thing to do at that point is to say, okay, you know what? If I want to build my confidence, how can I let my trades run? I'm going to close 90% and I'm going to let 10% run to wherever it goes. That's the only way to build your confidence in really letting your trades run, because the biggest problem that you're going to have is that you're going to be fearful of the fact whether your trade is going to come back to drawdown or it's going to come back to break even or not. Because let's face it, if you're running a $1,000 account and your trade is up, let's say like by $50, $60, and you know price is going to continue moving, but at the same time, you're not sure whether the trade is going to come back and hit your stop loss at break even, or it's going to hit your stop loss in negative. So keeping these two fears in mind, you close your trade short and you've secured your $50, and then you see price continue to run and you could have made $100, right? But the solution is, again, as you stated, when you're coming to a point where you're about to secure positions, close 90%. That's it. Close 90%. You close the entire position because of fear and lack of confidence. So when you close 90% and you let the rest 10% run, if that 10% runs to 100 pips, or let's say 150 pips or 200 pips or wherever it may go, you're going to be, okay, you know what? Now I have some skin in the game. I have my trade, a tiny portion of the trade, and it continued to run all the way where I thought it's going to go. What that's going to do is that's going to increase your confidence. And once you do this, let's say 10 times, 11 times, 12 times, sooner or later, you're going to start to close 50%. and you're going to let 50% run. And the day is going to come where you're going to be in profit for the week, and you see a potential move happening on a Thursday, and you're going to think, hey, you know what, I'm not going to close 90%, I'm not going to close 50%, I'm going to let the whole thing run because I'm in profits for the week. And I believe, based on my experience, price has continued moving forward. So I'm going to put that experience to the test, and I'm going to let the whole thing run. 90%, I'm not going to say 90%, 80% of the time, you're going to catch the whole move, right? 20% of the time, it's going to stop you at break even. And that's going to build your confidence in letting trades run. So having a trading plan.
Okay. So I'm not gonna take any more trade today, but a support above this area, we can push up above what is the price, right? 35.46, a support above here, we can push up. But if we close back inside, maybe we can push down, and a better sell will be below this area. That will be for a probably another day. Let's see. red folder at 3 p.m. UK time. Yeah, so UK time. Yeah, the news in 4 minutes. Let's see what are they expecting. So the forecast is 7.3 and previous was 7.4. Bad number, gold up. So yeah, maybe we can have a big push up. And the 5 minute is forming support here. I guess with the news we can push up probably. Look, I do believe we can push up with the news. So numbers, they are expecting negative numbers, bad for USD and good for gold. And gold found support here in that bullish trend. So the early entry on 5 minute is closing bullish to push up. Let's see if the analysis is good. Okay, few seconds left for the news. 15-minute closing bullish, 30-minute rejection. News 1, 2, 3, go. Push up, push up, push up. If I had taken a buy here, man, 32 pips push up more. What are the news? Numbers, refresh numbers. Yeah, go. Okay, first number is out. Go. Look at this, it's pushing up. 38, 40 pips. Numbers is 7.1, negative numbers, so gold should continue to push up. So from here, 70 pip, yeah, this is good. 30 pip move, a good 30 pip move. So right here, no, relative good stop loss. News play, let's go, gold, push up more to this resistance here. $40 pip. This is great. Another 50 pip move. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. Stay safe and have a good rest of your days. I think a nice move happened, and here is a good area to secure this. Maybe above this area we can push back up, and below this area can push back down. But be careful, I'm not expecting another big move to happen. Even if you take a trade, secure your profit around 20 pips, 30 pips. That's it. So thanks for joining and have a good rest of your days. Stay safe. See you Friday. Ciao. Bye.